Still have
Okay,
it.
we're on Moonbeam.
We're live somewhere.
We're live somewhere.
All right, you want me to wait
Fix
until
it, Corey,
we're
fix
live
it.
on
Did
YouTube?
we have to do it all over again?
You tell us.
I guess we can do it all over again. You want to do it all over again?
It's not. I can't get that same sincere reaction.
I know. It's okay. Matt, go.
Okay, so to continue the story, like over 10 years ago or so, like where Corey and I, like just freshly became good friends, and Vine was still popular. I remember this one guy who would do skits where he would like crawl around to have this character where it was his head and hands pretending to be a spider reacting to things. So I came up to Corey's door and I was like, Spider Matt, why the heck is he so fat? Do. And Corey just stares at me for a few seconds and then just laughs.
It's a good gag.
All right, but aside from that story, so I'm gonna move on to introducing Doji Daisuke, who is our like local warrior poet, and he still has yet to try to publish some of the poems that he came up with in the prior night, which happened a few sessions ago. Funny enough, like 2-3 sessions ago. And let's see, that is gonna be his mission for this game, I would hope, unless we go through another side tangent, which is gonna be fun. But hey, Kappa exists. What do you know? And we're friends with a talking dog too. Oh, Raggy.
Hey guys, if you're just joining us on YouTube, we did all these kind of introductions, and I forgot to hit the start stream button on YouTube. Because I'm an idiot.
It happens to the best of us.
But they're pretty dang funny. And if you want to watch them, they are on Moonbeam. So you can go to moonbeam.stream and search for The Dead Unicorn or Dead Unicorn and check out our VOD there. And you can watch all of that, which hopefully will be great. We're moving on because we have to get to this game.
No Star Wars? Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
I was gonna say
what's your
Matt
Star
hasn't
Wars?
told us
Matt,
about
what's your
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars?
Matt still has to do that.
All right. So like the one that's kind of striking me the most right now, is the time I read Death Troopers, which is Star Wars zombie novel. And there's this one particular scene where I don't remember which of the main characters, there was a younger brother and an older brother that were going through this empty, zombie infested Imperial ship, and one of them survived. I don't know which one it was. I think it was the older one. He came into this room that had like a mountain of corpses in there, and a corpse rose and started following him, and it turned out to be his zombified brother. That stuck to that scene stuck to me the most as like a pretty chilling scene. It's like, ugh. So that's like, I know it's not much of an influence, but it's like a memory that's like stuck in my head when it comes to the Star Wars universe.
They killed my brother. We have to go get vengeance. Well, you have my axe, says the dwarf, and you have my bow, says the elf, and you have your brother, says the necromancer.
Still one of my favorite jokes.
Okay, here we go. You guys are outside.
We're
It's not
outside.
snowing, but it's pretty cold. You're next to a tree. You've been shoveling for a while. There's a little white dog jumping around. Yeah, that's where we left off last time. Y'all can move on from there and do stuff.
It is time to publish.
Turn around to
I'm
the
wanting
cute
to
little
go to
dog
that,
and say,
Wanting to
Bobo,
go back to the
speak.
China shop.
What was the name of that one Billy Joel song that came from Oliver and Company? It kind of reminded me of that.
I've forgotten everything about Oliver and Company except that it exists and there's an orange cat. That's it.
I
You
don't
had
know
Billy Joel
anything
playing
about
as a
it.
character. Come on, if you enjoy his music.
I've forgotten everything.
Ooh.
I think Cheech Marin is in it.
Actually, yes. Yes, he is. As a chihuahua of all things.
Naturally. Y'all are on the island in the middle of a river.
Yeah, we're on the tiny island underneath the giant willow tree.
It's a city campaign. Y'all are gonna have to drive the action. I'll assault you with things as we go.
Well, I think I'll take my leave and go deal with some errands.
All right.
By the way, Corey, in the coded missive I had, what's the means of making contact at the China shop?
You have a three
Three-word phrase?
Three-part code.
So I say something, they say something back, I say the last part.
That's right.
Right? Well, I'm going to be heading to that China shop.
Okay.
So we're all covered in dirt, right?
Yes. Yes, you are.
I'll get
yes.
cleaned up.
I'm gonna go clean
First the
up.
cleanup, then public thing.
Obligatory bath scene. Got it.
Yeah, everybody's sleeping now.
Yeah, we get cleaned up first, and then I go there.
Okay. Everybody gets cleaned up. Well, I guess we'll go with James. James knows what he's doing. He's on. I have stuff planned for James. So, James, you are headed off to Dragon District once again. Where's your character? There it is. It's underneath everything. We're gonna move you on over here. And you're headed through the district, and you see a group.
Heading to over here. Why is it not letting me?
Oh, the game is paused. There you go.
By the way, I will return the shovel to the groundskeeper.
Ah, yes. He is very grateful, and he flexes.
I admire his
Shop's about there.
muscles, but in a platonic way.
As you are traveling through Dragon District, you see a group of unicorn that are carousing. They're having lunch, and they kind of wave you over. Hey, buddy, come on over here.
Fellow unicorn, sure. Might find some useful information as well. Greetings.
Hey, how are you doing? My name's Shinjo Ryoe.
Ide Youngso, pleasure to meet you.
It's a pleasure, yes. What'd you say your name was again?
Ide Youngso.
You're not, like, this. Are you like the son of the other Ide Youngso?
He's my uncle,
He's your uncle.
though I haven't heard from him in over a month.
They all kind of look at each other. They're kind of quiet, and they look at each other and look back, and they're like, "Well, okay. Well, have some food. We got some
Why
noodles."
do you ask though?
Pardon me?
Why do you ask though?
Well, I mean, we're kind of looking for him too.
Oh, why?
Moto Minoman wants this guy.
That's news to me.
Yeah. Where have you been? Like, under a rock or something? Do you not know what's been happening around here?
I've been in Shinneman Forest for the past month.
They all kind of look at each other again. It's like, what are you doing in that place? How? Wait a minute.
I was on a mission for Moto Noman, and I can't really say much more than that.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense. My friend, nothing against you and your name, but your uncle has gone nuts.
What have you heard?
That he refuses to swear fealty to Moto Minoman.
I have no idea why he would do that.
Yeah, it's a baffler, right?
I was one of the guests at her wedding.
I was one of the guests at her wedding.
Oh, then we may have seen each other in passing.
We may have seen each other in passing, my friend.
I ended up hanging out with the kitsune a bit there.
Yeah, we got some. I think the kitsune daimyo is in Unicorn District right now. If you want to go visit him.
Thank you for that information. I might do that.
I mean, this is a trying
and fun to hang around.
This is a trying time for the unicorn, so we're trying to get all the allies together over here. Your uncle's kind of nuts too, yeah. We're trying to get all of our allies together, so you know. It's weird that the dragon don't want to take sides in this war, but I mean, they live up in their mountains and they've been famously neutral in a lot of things. But this seems rather important.
They probably think it's just another lion unicorn spat.
Yeah, we know different. I mean,
agree.
have they not read Motomonomen's treatise on the entire thing? Not Motomonomen. Have they not read Narin? That Ronin Narin's treatise on the entire thing. She laid out the entire shadow empire that's happening.
She's a good friend of mine.
I did.
Yeah,
you
said
already?
you got that technique, right?
Uh-huh.
And you said you wanted to use it, right? So I just assumed you did.
Oh, okay. I thought you would want me to roll stuff for it and
Nah,
handle
we're good.
that. Okay. I did do that. Okay, then I did. Cool. I was just like,
Why
Yeah,
wouldn't
Sasha,
you do that
if it advances the plot, you auto-succeed behind the scenes between games.
between the games?
okay.
Why wouldn't you release this information as quickly as possible instead of letting it sit?
Right.
It makes sense. So yeah, obviously we've got to save the Empire, and we got to save the lion from themselves and the scorpion from themselves. Naturally. So
Well, you've given me much to think about, and I appreciate the update on the current goings-on. Fine. Like I said, I've been out of communication in Cinnamon Forest for the past month, so I don't really know what's been going on back home.
Well, we have basically been gearing up for this big battle because we were assuming it was going to happen. I mean, our clan champions seem to understand what was going on before anybody else did. And I think that's because she married the one-time prince. And I think he had all of the keys to this, you know. I think that those murder charges that he was had, I think he's totally innocent.
I agree with
I think that never happened. I think that was entirely a plot.
I can actually count Moto Kengo as a friend. And I fully agree with you. He was innocent.
I think he was innocent. So, what are you doing hanging out here in the City of the Rich Frog with in Dragon District? What's going on?
Basically resupplying and a little bit of information gathering before heading home and seeing where I can fit in the upcoming conflict.
Well, if you need supplies, you can just head on down to the Unicorn administrative house, and they can probably hook you up with whatever you need.
I'm also, now that you've mentioned that my uncle has gone and pulled a vanishing act, I'm going to have to figure something out before I move on elsewhere. This is concerning.
You don't think he's here, do you?
He rarely leaves our home village.
Well, he's not there. And if he is there, he is amazing because we can't find him.
He used to brag that growing up he was the village champion at hide and seek. So he probably knows more hiding places around that village than anyone there.
Well, hey, you should not be walking around alone in those colors.
I don't think I would have too much problems in this district.
Are you kidding me? The Lion consider this entire town theirs now. And if they see you all alone walking, I mean, they can come into Dragon District too. They have no problem. Like, we can come here, they can come here. That's why we run in groups. Unless we're in Unicorn District, in which case everybody's on our side there. Until the war breaks out, I think we're going to be keeping our swords in our scabbards. We're not going to be wasting our ammunition on these petty skirmishes until the war breaks out. But I mean, a target of opportunity is a target of opportunity. If I see one lion walking around here in Dragon District, I mean, I'm going to take out some aggression.
I can understand that, but I think I'll be all right.
Nonsense. Hey, can you come with me wherever you go, man? I am going.
I appreciate the offer, but I'm sure I'll be fine.
You just got here. You have no idea what's happening in this town, my friend.
Well, I am known at the Dragon House. I am a regular guest there. I'm staying on the island, and while I'm in town, so I should be all right.
You're staying with Mia-sama?
Yes.
That's nice. Where's your Mia honor guard then? You should have taken them.
Didn't realize how bad it was and didn't bother asking for one.
Well, like I said, you're gonna be in trouble in this area. So, at least take one. At least me. Two is better than one. There's a big group here. They can take care of themselves. I'll come with you.
I really appreciate it, but then that would leave you walking alone once I return back to the island.
No, it's no problem because I can just take the ferry back to Unicorn District.
Damn, this guy should sell cars.
Out of character, I know he's just doing the 3 refusal polite thing he thinks I'm doing, but I'm like, no, I really will be just fine.
Unicorns run in herds. Lions act as a pride. Dragons fly around in a kerfuffle. Thanks, Fat Corn.
I kind of see this as Corey saying, hey, there might be an encounter. Take someone who can be an ally. That's how I'm kind of interpreting this.
Either that or
Matt,
he's
I'm doing a clandestine
entirely
mission
there.
where I'm supposed to be solo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make contact
there
with
to be
my
an
uncle so I can get information
inconvenience.
from him. This is a wrench, not a you should take it. This is the curveball.
This is a combat encounter, everybody.
Well, an intrigue.
It is very honorable and courteous of you to make the offer, but I really do think I will be fine.
Look, I understand like where you're coming from. Your pride is on the line here. I see that. I don't want to infer that you can't take care of yourself. But my honor is on the line too. And if I don't make sure that my fellow unicorn is safe while traveling through this town, then I don't think I could live with myself. So, my friend, you got me. You got me all day long.
I survived a month in Shinmen Forest, which is far more treacherous than the Dragon District.
Yeah? All by yourself?
There were times where I was by myself, keeping to myself that those usually ended badly.
Exactly. My friend. Wherever you go. I mean, I came over here on a lark anyways. Me and my friends, we just wanted to change the scenery. And Dragon District has some of the most beautiful art in City of the Rich Frog. I mean, look at those like reliefs. Look at those poles with the dragons curling around them. Like, how do they have such great artisans in up in those mountains? You'd think they'd need to be inspired by other people and other places and other. No. They got this.
I am in fact heading to a china shop that has a teapot that was created by a Togarashi monk who meditated for 6 months before making it.
That sounds amazing.
Yes, it is extremely gorgeous, but even my crane companion couldn't afford it.
I'd like to go see this thing. Come on, you gotta show me.
All right, fine. I accept.
He paid in cash too. Goddamn.
Young So-san, that was... you are extremely gracious. Let me finish my noodles. I'll let you think about this quandary, James, as we move on to... I don't know. What are you up to, Matt? What's going on with Dice K?
All right, so so I believe I am going to ask it wasn't Kiro Sobe, but Mia Genda. I think I'm going to ask Mia Genda about perhaps getting some of those poetry published, and which district would be a good idea to go to, and helping passing them out, like sort of like morning news in a sense, like.
All right. You see Mia Genda this morning inspecting his guard and giving them orders. You stand by silently as he does that, I assume, unless you would like to interrupt him.
No, I'm not going to interrupt him.
When he's done, he comes on by, he gives you a bow, and says, Doji Daisuke's son, how may I help you this morning?
Good morning, Mia Genda.
I can't hear you, Sasha.
Oh.
Oh, you don't want to be heard. You got it. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mia Genda-sama. So, after some chance encounters yesterday, I wrote some poetry that I would like to distribute to everyone in City of the Rich Frog, and I would like to see if I could perhaps publish it. Like anything that's affordable, and even the regular villagers could even read. I want to help raise their spirits in these trying times, and I was hoping that you might know who would be a good publishing house to get this out.
Well, come on inside. I enjoy a good cup of barley tea at this time. It'll warm me up from the outside.
Most certainly.
And we'll take a look at your poetry.
Mm-hmm. So, quick question, Corey. Did I make a roll for it a few sessions ago? Because I can't recall about that. Or do I need to make a roll for it sometime at this point?
I did make a roll for it. Meditation. Well, I'm going backwards. I never destroyed this. So I can go back 7 days ago, 20 days ago.
So it's meditation? I could have sworn it would have been composition.
It's composition. All right, 48 days ago.
Oh, that's fun.
Sentiment. Let's see here.
I just have to say, I think it's really very poetic for Naurin and Daisuke's rivalry that Naurin got published before Daisuke.
Daisuke wasn't even paying attention. It's like, oh, you did something?
Daisuke did get published before you in poetry. It's just that his is poetry and yours is like current events.
Treatises on politics.
Treatise of government.
Yes.
I am thorough.
Here it is, composition. TN3, you made your TN3 with 1 opportunity.
All right. That definitely works. So I assume it's serviceable.
Yep.
All right, excellent.
He says, what was it? What exactly was it about?
Okay, so I'm trying to recall the thought process I had when I came up with the idea. Like, and this is me speaking out
Like
of
a month
character, not
ago.
in character.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, so I remember, essentially this shopkeeper was being shaken up by a whole bunch of gang members from the...
And you were trying to instill people with hope for the future.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Before you got shook down by some random beautiful magistrate.
Beautiful.
Man, the ego on this woman.
Breathtakingly beautiful.
So me again reads it, and he's like, I see what you're trying to say here. I have some questions though, because I don't want it to be taken out of context, especially now that we have a rival that is also a poet,
Oh? Who might that be?
Koma Mitsuo.
Oh, yes. That's right. Huh. I thought he would have kept to himself, after his loss, but then again...
From what I understand, he stopped his poetry and redoubled his efforts in swordsmanship and tactics. I assume he felt humiliated by his defeat half a year ago.
Well, I mean, I have the scar to prove it, that it was nearly dead even at that point.
Or actually almost a year ago. Because the competition was in the spring and we are almost finished with winter, so...
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it would be all right, but first I just want to ask some questions about this piece.
Certainly. I'd be happy to answer.
It feels like you want people to have hope for the future.
Yes.
And we have this war coming.
Mm-hmm.
And many of the population wishes to flee the city.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the unstable politics we have.
Which is rather unfortunate.
I don't blame them. And I don't see a reason why I should keep them staying here. And that is why I have let them flee.
Mm-hmm.
If you give them hope, do you want them to stay here?
It's more along the lines of supporting whatever decision that they wish to make, either fleeing or staying in their homes. I want to make sure that they can find a place, even outside of the battles that might happen come springtime. So I want them to know that, us of the samurai caste, understand that they're being, thrown around by forces that they probably have not much control over, and if they wish to flee and find safety, I support that decision. And if they wish to show perseverance against the opposition as well, I can support that decision as well. I want to cater to yeah.
So those feel like two different themes and ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And to put that into poetry can be quite difficult. Right? So let's take what you have here.
Mm-hmm.
and try and make sure that both of these ideas are expressed of equal value.
I am
Because
amenable to improving it.
because if you take one idea and you give it full support, it's harder to twist into something different than if you have two ideas. Because then people can find what they want within it rather and dismiss the other part.
So, are we speaking to their flexibility, their cunning, or their passion, or their resolve? It's
Maybe-
quite the spectrum.
Maybe if you find a way to take these two different ideas, that staying is good and leaving is good, and find a way to make that one idea.
All right. I'd have to think it over and give it some time.
Talk with your friends
Ponder.
about it. Talk with your friends about it. Talk with other poets if you can find them. This is a good poem. This is a good poem. And it will inspire people. But I think it also might lead to being twisted by our foes because they are resourceful.
Certainly.
And if you want me to print this as is, I think it is good enough that it will inspire people and I will print it. But I just want to make sure that this is what you want.
I do feel that if it gives our opposition the opportunity to twist its words and make it favorable for them, I might need to give it some time to gestate and make it stronger than it is now. I probably might need to give it more time to gestate. And so I will probably seek the advice of other poets.
All right.
Maybe like you wouldn't happen to know any areas I could go to?
Other poets.
I did come in second.
Yeah.
Don't worry. He'll
Ine
figure it out
Youngso
in due
did come
time.
in second in the poetry competition of the outsiders. But he says, are there other poets? Oh shoot, my book is way over here.
Oh, it's so far away.
It's so far.
But in the end, it doesn't even
I don't know,
matter.
there's probably at least like some tea houses where creatives meet.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
I would assume so.
Where is it? Boom. The Maiden Race Geisha House is where a lot of would-be writers like to go, and the geisha like to consider themselves poets and storytellers because they're geisha.
Okay. I was thinking about maybe going there, but now I have a legit excuse to go there.
Your friend Shisoro Kuranagi wishes to visit the House of the Holy Orion. Oiran. And of course that is she is a
Highly exclusive.
highly exclusive, but yeah, she's sought after for her artistic endeavors as well. But I'm not sure you need to go there.
Okay.
That is, I'm not going to say out of your league because poetry-wise she's not. But social, in social status and social circles, unless
Shush it, Sasha.
at least, unless you absolutely need that, which I don't think for this poetry you do. But yeah, Maiden Race Geisha House might be a really great place to go. I would also meditate, perhaps at Little Teacher's Breakfast Temple or Shinjo's Third Shrine.
Shinjo's Third Shrine, where is that? Oh, okay. So Oh man.
Pray for creative inspiration.
So maybe what I could do, because I did go to the breakfast temple the previous day, so maybe I could go to Shinjo's third shrine and then stop by the main race geisha house.
All right. You have a plan.
All right,
The
excellent. And I'll definitely bring an entourage just in case anything goes upside, even in the Unicorn district.
He
I'm willing to
says-
take any PC characters or
He says
non-PC.
Unicorn District, you might not be as safe as you think, considering you are a crane. They might get the wrong idea, even though you have allied yourself with the unicorn. They may not know exactly who you are.
Understandable.
So, like, lean on your glory while you're there. He also says that the Boseki headquarters is somewhere within Unicorn District.
Ooh, Well, at the moment, I might need to give it a wide berth, but
He's not sure where. Unlike the Dokugeru, where he knows exactly where they are. Speaking of that, moving the scene right along to Shosuro Kuranagi,
BRB.
you have what's going on with Shosuro Kuranagi right now?
So last thing that I talked to the group about was Moshi Sora and Kuranagi and Naurin working together to try to figure out something spiritual. So we were asked to commune with the spirits and try to figure out what is going on with Naurin going crazy over spiders.
Not crazy.
Not crazy. They're legitimately spiders.
Yeah.
You're going crazy.
That's true. I am.
Not me.
So I imagine that that's something, since that's a very pressing matter on the mind of Aisha Naurin, Kuranagi would like to try to help her out with that.
Okay, as
situation.
you are gathering your supplies for your ritual, you are wandering out front to get some, I don't know, some supplies, whatever they are.
We need more incense.
Maybe you need some willow bark. I don't know. But you're walking, and on the docks, you see a boat pull up and a man get out with a spotted kimono, and the two house guards instantly draw their swords, or they don't. One draws their sword, and another one comes up and starts harassing them and telling them to turn around.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
this just Kuranagi here, or is Naurin with her?
Anybody can be with Kuranagi right now if you want to be all together. I don't care.
I figured since we were preparing the ritual together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
might as well be
Probably.
together if we're
All
all
right,
getting ready.
you're all there and you all see it. I am perfectly happy with that.
Okay,
all
so I
witnessed
assume Daisuke is
getting-
included too. Or
Getting-
he's
what-
away.
The guy who's getting bullied, what does he look like?
Oh, he doesn't look young. He looks like a middle-aged guy.
Okay.
He's got black hair. He's got like a little he's got Reed Richard grays,
Yeah.
right?
What do you mean he's getting bullied? I think I missed that part. Maybe
Some guy's walking up and two
he's
guards
wearing
at the
the
door.
spotted kimono.
But he's wearing a spotted kimono like the Dokugeru.
Yeah, and he is getting kind of
harassment
harassed
with
by
the
the two
guards?
guards at the front gates.
He does not have a weapon, but he has a kiseru pipe.
That's very common of the Keru.
Oh, what is it?
Okay.
A kiseru pipe.
What is that?
It's like the pipe that you smoke opium out of
Ah,
or tobacco
so-
out of.
Okay.
Yes,
It's like that long, thin
Long,
pipe.
they're
thin
very
pipe.
long and thin. Yeah.
And they have a little bowl at the end, yeah.
So we have an elderly Dokugeru man.
He's not elderly.
Oh, I thought you said he was. We
He
have a
has the
Dokugeru
real
man getting off of a boat.
Yeah.
He has no
He's
weapon, but he has a pipe, and he's getting harassed by.
He's like in his 30s or maybe,
30s or 40s, and
Yeah.
he has no visible weapon.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously you can have hidden weapons. But he's getting harassed by the guards.
By the 2 house guards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should
2
go see
Mia
what
house
that's about.
guards.
Probably nothing good. I should probably not interfere too much. I'll stand behind you.
The guy, you see the house guard put his hand open, and the other guy shake, the Dokugeru shake his head, and then he kind of looks behind him and points at you 3, and says,
Oh.
and he starts waving you up.
I just wave. Hello.
I assume Naurin and Sora will go at that
As soon as
point.
he
Yeah.
does that, the house guard gets really mad and shoves him
Oh.
and points to his boat.
Excuse me? What is there? Seems to be some sort of problem here.
The guy who has drawn his sword kind of looks at you and says, "There's no problem here. We're just making sure the island is safe and secure."
He doesn't seem to be threatening anyone. Surely we can just talk.
Yeah, we don't let spies up here too to check out our defenses or anything like that. We don't do that. We don't play around. The guy's like, no. I'm just here to deliver a message. I'll leave after that.
Oh, what's the message?
Is it for us?
Yes. Yes. Numachiko of the Dokugeru says hello to the scorpion that have returned.
Oh, hello.
And she says, come on by the dojo. I have an invitation. As he puts his hand in his kimono, the samurai's like, I'm getting an invitation. It's a piece of paper.
You will reach out and take the paper. Slide it into her kimono. Why, thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate the fact that you made the trip all the way out here to just say hello to little old me.
I know. It's really cold. Can I get some tea or something?
I would love to invite you in, but it
Thank you.
seems that you may be in danger here.
I'm in danger everywhere. I don't know what you're talking about. But
Can I ask the GM a question real quick?
you want to ask me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How? Because it's a thing that I don't know, but maybe Naurin should. We're guests at this estate. It would probably are we allowed to accept other guests on behalf of the estate? I wouldn't assume so. Would that be like really improper or?
While
Like-
you are a guest of somebody
Yeah.
else,
Right, accepting
you are
other
basically
people.
a member of the household.
Oh, so it is different. Okay, because like in the modern day that would be a big no-no, but that is
Yeah.
something we can do. Okay.
You can invite somebody else in, and they have to accept it. And the only one that can say no to that would be like the master of the house, who would probably walk up to you and be like, "That was a poor decision," and blah 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 blah. That
Okay.
conversation may happen, but like the guards aren't going to. If you vouch for somebody or bring somebody in or do anything, they'll assume you have the permission of whatever you need to do whatever. You are basically a member of the house while you are a guest. Yes.
All right. In that case, I won't just turn him away. But I do want to do a sentiment check to see just how sketchy I think he is.
Sure. Sentiment TN2.
I would also like to do that. How sketchy
We're gonna
is he?
do I guess, an and I think air for analyze.
Air is probably
Analyze.
good.
How sketchy is the gangster, guys?
That's one sketchy gentleman.
I want to know, like, is he actually really cold and wants tea, or is he using that as an excuse to try to talk to us?
Oh, it's
without
definitely an
pressure?
excuse. But does he
But
just
I'm
want
sure
to give
that
us
the
extra
answer is
information, or
Yeah.
does he have other motives?
Though I will also point out that Pipe points to that he probably is really cold because once you come down from opium, you are much more sensitive to temperatures for a while.
But does Corey know that?
I had no idea. But hey, James, tell us more about your opium use.
Not my use,
on,
but back in high school, I did a lot of research on different drugs.
Yeah, I know a
on
lot
that
of
report.
research. You were researching it quite a bit in high school, right?
Very hands-on research.
No,
Mouth on.
it was book research in high school. It was in my 20s that it became personal use.
See, there you go. That's-
Can
But
I
I
spend that
never used
opportunity
opium,
to
so-
learn his demeanor and strife?
His strife, I'm gonna say he's at half strife.
Oh, okay, he's a little stressed. What about his demeanor?
His demeanor is, I don't know. I don't have a demeanor in mind for this guy. I'm gonna just say gruff. He's gruff.
Gruff.
He's a
okay.
gruff guy.
All right.
That's one of the standard ones from the main book. But everybody made their So this is what you get from him. He's definitely interested in looking around the place.
Ah,
But one person has a bonus success, and I'm going to give them a little more information about it. But he also is cold and would like some tea. You get all that. That is true. But you also get that he does want to check the place out. But I'm going to whisper to Crystal here with some extra information that only she gets.
Aw, kitty.
So yeah, he's like, can I come in and get some tea and warm myself up? Maybe I can tell you a little bit more about this invitation.
I think we can have some tea.
I'm sure we would be limited to the tea room, however.
I mean, if that's all I get to see.
I understand it is a grand mansion.
It's pretty nice. I've never been on the island before. But I mean,
why don't we talk
these-
more about your invitation first?
he points to these two guards and he says, "Though I'm not too sure about these fake Karu over here." And they're like, "Hey, what do you think you're calling fake? You're the fake. You're the traitor. I ain't no traitor. I understand what this town means. I'm on the right side." And they start squabbling. Does anybody want to stop them?
Yeah, Kuranagi will try
You
to
can make
stop
a
them.
courtesy roll. TN 2 courtesy. And we're going to say this is Earth.
Not water? Not to like charm them out of it?
You can charm them out of it. Yeah, Earth or
Reasoning
water.
or-
I would offer to
Charming.
help, but you know what? Naruin has a disadvantage that makes her especially bad at this
And
specifically.
Kuranagi has an advantage that helps out on this.
It's almost like we did that on purpose.
Okay. The Kuranagi's trying to make sure that these big boys know that their dicks are equally large and they shouldn't be fighting over someone.
They
as
shouldn't be
beautiful as
sword
her.
fighting in the snow.
Yeah.
Take it inside, boys.
You'll get shrinkage. Okay. I want to re-roll 2 of these dice.
Yes.
Yes.
Chuckle.
Wow.
Okay, I'll take it. Three successes. How's that?
All right. The guards will back off and say, we're sorry, Scorpion Son. We apologize for this breach of decorum.
We all want what's best for the city here. I'm sure all of you can work in concert to find a greater path forward for all of the citizens of Kiritoshi.
The guy in the spotted kimono kind of looks back and forth, and he's like, "Am I still okay for tea?"
Yeah, come this way. She starts walking off.
All right. He'll spin his
Shuffling
pipe. He'll kind of saunter past the other two and spin his pipe.
Naren like sighs a little bit and says, "Just stay where I can see you," and then turns to the guards and says, "Thank you for being very diligent."
They nod. They fist bump.
Fuck yeah, we got complimented by a woman. That hasn't happened in like 3 years.
I'll take up the rear. Make sure he doesn't get lost.
He's gonna be like, "Where's the little Karu's room?" The classic Kuranagi excuse.
Yeah.
And Naren will be like, "Over here, I'll hold it for you."
And if you don't let me follow you, I might cut it off.
Okay.
Your decision.
So y'all have some tea. What kind of tea do y'all have? There are so many different kinds of tea here.
Kuranagi finds crab tea. and
There is
brings
crab.
over-
There is some
crab
crab tea, though it's a little old.
That's fine. It's still probably better than most tea.
So the fresher tea is they got a dragon white tea. They have a unicorn black tea. And those are your fresher teas. But they do have a crab tea. It's just a little. It might be a little less potent.
It might be
just
less
means you gotta
potent, but it probably has
use
still excellent flavor.
More
Which is
leaves.
what Kuranagi is looking
Yeah.
for.
Got to use more leaves. So
I will find some kind of smoked tea because that seems appropriate for a cold, wet day.
you find there is a large supply of barley tea, which definitely has that kind of flavor.
Not really.
No?
No, it's nutty. I really like it cold.
Then what kind of tea is a smoky tea? I'm not sure.
Usually something that's been dried over an open fire.
Okay, I'm sure there's something like that.
I'm sure there's something.
I once ate an everything bagel with lots of poppy seeds. Now I'm a bagel junkie. What are you talking about?
It's another opium
Too
joke.
many poppy seeds.
Oh, too many poppy seeds. And now I can't pass a drug test. Yeah, got it. Okay.
I've heard that the poppy seeds making you test positive thing is dubious information.
Yeah.
It is dubious,
Mythbusters
but
actually proved it true.
It can happen.
So if you poppy seeds on a bagel, probably not. But there are some traditional Slavic foods. It's called mak. It's basically poppy seeds that you like. You do this little process too, and you make this like sticky kind of poppy seed like jam that you put on things.
I love
And with
poppy
that
seed
high
jam.
concentration of it, maybe I don't know. Maybe that's why Mima's so happy all the time and calm.
I've tested.
But I don't know that for a fact, so don't quote me.
I have.
You
tested
have to use
positive.
milk to get the opiates out, and then
I
you
have-
drain the milk.
have-
My mom makes that.
I have tested positive for opium metabolites after eating a lot of poppy seed muffins.
Mythbusters.
So if it is misinformation, we can blame Tarek because he's spreading it.
Mythbusters did an
But it
episode that actually
happens.
involved it,
It's
and they
Says
found
you.
that
100%.
it's around a teaspoon of poppy seeds to make you test positive.
Well, there you go.
It-
I
but
always
it
trust the
doesn't test you
Mythbusters
positive for
100%.
opium.
And
It
never
tests you
question
positive
them
for
at all.
metabolite.
Their methodologies, solid.
Always 100% accurate.
That's
no,
why they
no,
No,
seriously.
Mythbusters
things
are great,
several
though.
times.
No, seriously, I love the Mythbusters, and I trust them more than most people. But yeah, they what's great
Well,
about
they're
them?
the first to admit that their stuff isn't 100%.
Oh yeah, and they'll go back and redo experiments that the people, the viewers, will be like, "Oh, we think we got this wrong, so let's do an episode where we revisit this." And I had a friend who was like, "I don't like the Mythbusters. I don't trust them because they had to redo myths and got different results. So obviously they're not trustworthy." And I'm like, "That's
How
what
do you
makes
think
them."
science works?
Yeah, that's what makes them more trustworthy, actually.
Try it again.
'Cause they're
Did
willing to
we
admit
get the
when
same
they're wrong.
thing?
The fact that they're willing to revisit it makes them amazing. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, y'all are drinking tea.
Delicious tea.
Let's give this guy a name because I really didn't give him a name. Let's call him. Opening up my list of names here, I'm going to call him Shison.
Shison.
The map has disappeared for me.
If you want to know how I get my my names for Legends 5 Rings, is I have a Power Rangers wiki open up on another page, and I choose a random Power Rangers season. I grab an actor and I just write down the actor or the character's name. That's it. That's what I do.
I'm surprised you don't have a lot more Watanabes then.
Well,
Watanabe.
that's a very
Thank you for the
common name.
pronunciation correction. I've only ever read it.
Yeah, he introduces himself as Shisun, and he thanks you for the tea, and thanks you for the little tour of this area, and says, "Yeah, I was told to get you an invitation to come see New Machiko. There was a unicorn that helped us get that dojo that we use as a headquarters. That's right, James? Because you had to trade it, yeah. And he said if you can find that unicorn on the island or 2 scorpion, a centipede, and a crane. What's a centipede, by the way?
That would be me,
Aaron.
Moshi Sora.
And Aaron's speaking
Oh,
knowledge,
pleased to
Sora.
meet you. I've never met a centipede before.
Well, we are a minor clan.
Is there a beetle clan too? Is there a fly clan?
Probably.
There's a
Would that
dragon
be
fly.
would that be my family's mortal enemy? Is there anything you want to ask this guy?
You are very witty, Naren says dryly. But do you have any idea as to why Yumachiko would... You said that she requested the 2 scorpions. Why? Why?
Because I saw the scorpion right over there, and I figured that you were him, her. You two are
Them.
them, right? You have that mask.
Well, I'm Shishiro Kuranagi, and I had a pretty good conversation with your boss last time I was here.
Right.
Yeah.
Mine was less than amicable.
Well, that was with the... Yeah. So, I talked to some of your boys at the inn or tavern earlier. The Tokuyama Sake House?
Yeah. I think that's why she knows you're here.
Probably.
So yeah, she wanted to see you. And that's all I really know. She wanted to see you.
Is this invitation just for the 2 Scorpion?
It's for, I believe, all of you. I was supposed to, if I found one of you on this island, I was supposed to give you the invitation.
I see. Can we see the invitation?
I gave it to Kuronagi.
Kuronagi.
Shisuro Kuronagi-san.
Of course you did.
Naren
Yes.
holds her hand out for it.
Yes.
Can I?
Hey,
Can we see the invitation, Kuronagi?
She opens her kimono a little bit and reaches in and pulls it out.
It's a letter from Numachiko. It says that she heard you were back in the city and cordially invites you to the dojo any weekday afternoon.
Any weekday afternoon.
And she will make time to see you when you arrive. You do notice that the dojo is in Lion District.
Oh.
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was in Unicorn District because that's how James had access to it.
Hold on. No, the old Unicorn stables were in Unicorn District.
Oh.
The dojo came from Motonoman, though, and was roughly center of the Unicorn District.
Was it?
Yes.
Because that's how he was able to offer it.
I
In the
thought
first
you got it from Mia.
No, I got it from Motonoman.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta
don't
switch some
remember.
things around here then.
And sorry about that. My internet went weird.
It's been a long time, and I don't know that I was that specific on where anything was located.
Hold on, let me check my journal.
Oh,
notes.
that would be why I got a thunderstorm rolling through.
All right. If it's in Unicorn District, then Matt, the Boseki are actually in Lion District then.
Yeah, it was roughly around right there for the dojo.
All right. Well, we'll put it right there. That is fine. Yeah, it's in Unicorn District then. And he says, it's in Unicorn District. The people know that we run out of it. And we have been using the Unicorn docks to try and get people to safety. And the Boseki have been kind of ruining that. They've been blowing things up.
We did see that on our way into the city.
So maybe Numachiko wants you to help stop that? I hear that you're big time heroes?
Well, you could say something like that.
Very well then, you're big time heroes.
Looking kind of confused as to why Naurin and Sora aren't boasting.
Naren looks unamused, and she's not the type to boast.
Yes. Big time heroes. Don't forget it.
No,
Don't you
ma'am.
dare.
Naren is kind of infamous, so she doesn't really yeah.
So are you guys explosive experts or something? You can help us get rid of that?
No.
No, but we are trying to find out where they may be getting their supply.
Right. Well, I don't know any of that. Sorry, I wish I could help you. But I work out of the Keru Dojo.
It's very strange because the last time we spoke to her, she told us that she never wanted to see us again. And if she did, we would be in for a whole lot of trouble.
You
I
know,
wonder what changed her tune.
times change and a war is about to happen. Wars make strange bedfellows, don't you think?
They certainly do.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely correct. I mean,
There are a lot of strange bedfellows around.
I have to say, like, sometimes hooking up with your ex is a terrible, terrible idea, and sometimes it rather works out. And you never know, you never figured out what you missed, or you took things for granted, right?
I have heard that is a thing.
And you three ladies, you're welcome to my bed anytime. Just saying.
Naren kind of tries really hard not to look at Kuranagi and Sora
About the bed thing?
about the X thing.
Oh, yeah.
Hooking up with your ex. He's trying and failing not to look at them both.
Kuranagi just staring at Sora. Please look.
Look at me!
Yeah, look at me.
Sora's trying not to fidget noticeably under the table.
This is some good tea. Where does this come from? Is this like imperial tea from the people? Is this the emperor's tea? Do I have Hantai tea right here? Is that what this is?
Did you change the tea, Sora? You got a different one, right? Smoky tea.
Yeah, I went for whatever I could find that was smoked.
Yeah. Okay. Then,
I honestly don't know if we all made the same thing.
Well, I don't
Typically
assume we're
you
all making
would.
different pots of tea.
Yeah.
I believe it came from the pantry. Naren says flatly.
it's crab tea.
It's
I made.
It's crab tea.
Yeah.
Crab.
They have
bakery
some of
tea.
the strongest tea. This one is a little out of date, but it tastes very strong still. I put an extra couple of leaves in there to make sure that the flavor would come through. It's very pleasing. Surprising that you'd think that leafy teas from that far south would probably taste bad, like, I don't know, goblin spit or something.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, crab
It was
tea?
kinda
That's
weird.
got to be like, it's got to be like brewed with goblin guts or like oni parts or something.
I mean, the Kuni probably
Right?
adds something weird to it, like maybe shavings of jade or rocks from the wall, but it's whatever it is, it's gritty and nice.
Naren stares down at her cup uncomfortably.
Naren knows 100% that Kuranagi likes fucking with people like
I
this.
know,
I
and
mean-
Naren is now wondering what she is drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's jade in this tea, I've never had jade in my tea before. That might be great. I mean, who knows what the people in this place can afford?
I mean, probably all sorts of stuff. There might be diamonds in the tea. You never
Diamond
know.
tea.
Kuranagi's gonna take
You
an
gonna
opportunity.
sleight of hand your
to-
fucking diamond daddy?
Kuranagi's gonna sleight of hand her purple diamond.
I know
in their
you!
tea, and then go and cough it out and pull the diamond out and go, look, the lucky diamond.
You
Prize!
Yeah, I get the prize today. They said that every day someone, in the castle will get a diamond, and then you get the special prize. We get to go up to the top of the tower and talk to the Mia Daimyo, and they'll give us a special prize.
Too bad it wasn't you though.
I don't know if
you.
I want to talk. I don't know if I want to talk to the Mia Daimyo.
Well, you also get to talk to the Karu Daimyo,
Yeah.
Isobe. I hear Isobe has a lot of friends throughout the city, among the Karu all over.
I get it now. I think I get it. Asobe, like, he wants to live the good life up here in the ivory tower, drinking diamond tea. Sounds like a great idea. Sounds wonderful, right?
Except when you choke on it.
But you can't turn your back on the city, on the people. Right? The Karoo built something here. We really did. And we're just going to throw that all away. We're just going to turn that, hand it over to the Mia like it's something just to be bartered away. They're going to take credit for everything we do now. And I just can't stand for that. We have history here. And now I heard that that lion asshole up in his little ivory tower. There's no lion around here either. That little lion asshole in his ivory tower said, all the Mia, get the hell out. Which, hey, I thought was a great idea. I was like, good riddance. Right? But apparently, they assume that everybody named Karoo is a Mia now. And I hear tell that they might want to throw our asses out too. It's just a convenient excuse. Let me tell you something. I'm not going anywhere. If the Lion want to war in this city and try and get the Karoo to leave, this is not going to end well for the Lion.
I agree. This is your town. The Lion have no place in it. Not anymore.
Out of character. The
I
unicorn
think-
would be very happy to hear this declaration.
I think Isobe feels similarly to you. I don't think he wants the Lion to take over either. He thinks this is a Karoo city.
Well, he made his freaking bed. Now he got a lie in it, huh? He gets his orders. He doesn't get to decide his own fate. He gets to listen to his imperial masters.
Well, we will see. At the very least, he does not want to leave this place that has become home. And he doesn't think that you all should have to leave either.
Yeah, right. Well, we'll see what happens. I think that he'll fall down on the side of his diamond tea.
We shall see.
Well, it's been great. It's been a great time. Thank you for the tea. I think I've seen enough. I'm ready to go home.
Let us show you the door.
All right. That is that scene. I hope you enjoyed it and it pushed the story forward. I'm sure it gave you some idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
And we will move back to Ide Youngso and his new companion, Shinjo Ryohei. And you guys are headed to the curio shop. Anything you want to do while you're on your way there?
Nope. I've thought about what I'm going to do when I get there.
Okay, then we'll say that you get there. By the way, as you're walking along, you do see like a couple lion congregating at the table, and they kind of watch you two go.
Simply give them a polite nod of acknowledgement when they look at me and keep walking. I'm going to still be courteous.
There's a woman there who is not, while the other two guys kind of like give you a slight nod. The one woman there does this. And Ryohei says, "Wow, you're making friends." Don't worry about her. She's a Matsu.
Yes, at least her two companions still understand what Bushido is.
Oh, Matsu understand what Bushido is. They just don't care. So this
And
is the
this
place.
is Mao's China Shop.
Mao's China Shop. Man, this is a ritzy part of town. You're not kidding when you said the crane was trying to put down some money.
He did manage to get a tea set from here that is still quite beautiful, but the tea set I told you about is definitely celestially inspired.
So you walk on in, and the shopkeep comes out from the back. What's her name again? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? She's under Lion Clan. No, she's under Frog Citizens. Nope. She's under those PCs. Where did I put this lady? Those are the PCs. That's the Mia family. Lion Clan allies, not there. Frog Citizens.
Leo, stop messing with the mic.
I don't know. Oh, War Neutral. Here it is. War Neutral. Haha. Here's all the Dragon Clan. Kitsuki Mao. She comes out. Oh, hello. Welcome back. Who is your friend?
This is Shinjo Ryohei, san.
He bows. Nice to meet you, Kitsuki-san. You have a beautiful shop. These dolls are lovely.
I look and see if the one I wanted to get is still there.
Yes, it is.
I'll pick it up. I was telling my companion here about the teapot you showed my crane friend. The one the Togarashi monk made. He would like to view it.
Yes, of course. It's right over here.
And I also set the doll in its box on the counter, and I would like to purchase this.
And she says it's actually pronounced Togashi.
Togashi. Thank you.
It's a Togashi monk.
There's not much interaction with them in my part of Unicorn Lands usually, so please forgive the mispronunciation.
They are a mysterious lot, the Togashi. You've never met one.
Not knowingly.
They exist. They're around.
I understand, though, at least some rumors have said that they sometimes wander without announcing who and what they are. So, if I have met one, I never knew it.
You probably would, because they carry mystic tattoos on them, and those tattoos do not operate unless their tattoos see the light, unless they are revealed under Lady Sun. So, in the wintertime, you don't see many of them walking around. It's hard to be half naked. I mean, monks, you train so hard to endure the elements, but everyone has limits.
That's why they train up on the icy mountains.
Yeah.
Get used to the cold.
And while he admires the tea set, I lean in and say the first part of the recognition phrase, very quietly.
Okay, she will say the second part.
And I will complete it, and then say, "May I have paper? And something to write with."
She says, well, of course, we'll need to get your receipt ready. What about your friend?
Oh, he merely wished to view the teapot and set. After I described it to him, he had to see it for himself. And he has been kind enough to offer to escort me around the Dragon District so there is no problems with groups of lions.
Well, friends are hard to come by around these days. You should be wary of strangers and cherish your friends.
Of course. And while he continues admiring that tea set, in my family cipher, I write a message to my uncle merely saying, please send something explaining why. That's it. So even if it gets cracked by somebody, they still don't quite understand what it means. But it is surrounded by the surface message of basically being a short summary of the titles of the sages of Cinnamon Forest.
So this doll, was it like 9 koku, I believe?
I don't think it was quite that much.
Was it 7?
Let me
I remember it was expensive enough that you didn't buy it the first time.
Because I only had 4. I think it was like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
I'm not
I think
really
it was.
sure which.
I think it was 7.
All right, then
And
I'm going
he's
back
like-
down to only having 1.
He's like, I didn't think you were one for dolls, young So-san. I'm learning all about you, says Ryohei.
Oh, it is a gift for one of my companions.
Oh, a gift. You
And
fancy,
it
you
bears
fancy
a
someone, huh?
resemblance well, it also bears a resemblance to another one of our companions.
So, I mean, everybody likes to be immortalized in portrait.
In
What do you
porcelain.
think? Do you think I'd make a dashing statue?
Does he like pose like with his muscles?
Yeah, he poses. He's not with muscles. It's more like a heroic kind of,
A samurai pose, obviously.
a samurai pose that makes you look awesome and heroic and like statuesque. Like
Nearly perfect. Reach out and just gently turn his head just a couple degrees so it's more like he's looking off heroically. And go, there, that would be a perfect statue for you.
Shane, you're not a painter.
my enemies shall tremble before me.
He is the sand guardian of the sand. Poseidon trembles before him.
Fuck off!
Ah, she got it.
I was on Vine. I know a thing or two.
And that particular one has been in TikTok, Facebook Reels, recreated multiple times in YouTube Shorts.
I don't know it. I also never heard of Vine until it was gone.
You
There's
get
compilations on YouTube if you're curious.
a receipt back. You take a look at the receipt, and it is in cipher as well.
Thank you.
He's like,
It has
is there...
been
What
most
else is around?
enlightening even gazing upon your wares.
So, is that all done? Is that what you came here for? Was a gift for your sweetheart?
A gift for a friend.
Oh, of course.
That friend is carrying a flame for the one the doll resembles. I figure if they don't manage to achieve their dream, they can at least have the doll.
Can I see the doll?
Show him.
Yeah, he'll take it. He'll like look. This is like really good fabric. This is really nice as he kind of pulls apart the clothing a little. It's not like a kimono. It's like a wushu thing with a big boa and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Huh," and he hands it back to you.
Is it anatomically correct?
Got nipples and everything.
I had a
back
friend, in San Antonio that would collect little anime statues, like you do, and for some reason I thought it was hilarious to always check whenever you got a new one to see if it had underwear on or not. It's like, does this one have underwear? Oh, that one has underwear. This one, nope, no underwear on that one.
I have to know, Corey. Does James's doll have cooch? A or nay?
No, it's a Barbie doll down there. It doesn't have like
Okay.
underwear or any. Actually, yeah, it does have underwear. It does, but it's like made. It's like not part of the porcelain. It's like everything is hand stitched and made as accurately as possible to this like group of apparently Yobanjin tribe that dresses like this.
So Korra, Corey, remember when we watched The Legend of Korra?
I remember the Legend of Korra very well.
I don't
You
know
have
why
a-
you
you have a
when we touch
Korra
your doll.
Anime
It's-
statue that looks.
Remember
Oh,
the
the
moment
light
where
is
she was like-
so.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
that-
I was
Can't
like,
see anything
what-
in that.
yeah,
the
her eyes
plastic has
are
a bit of
weird
a glare on
looking.
it.
Yeah.
I was like, what's wrong with her a little? It's like, oh, okay. Now I
She's
see.
chibi.
Matt collects anime statues. No, everybody can have an anime statue. It's fine. We have an anime statue here.
Hmm?
We have one anime statue.
Yep.
Do you have a second one?
I have Roronoa Zoro.
Ronora Zoro. We have one anime statue. Yeah,
Mark
that's
has
a
an
drawing,
statue
though.
of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You
I
have
have
an
two.
Obi-Wan Kenobi doll?
I have two.
Oh, one for
One
each
them's
of
just
you.
life size.
Yeah, I have two. Technically, they're manga because I don't think it ever made it into an anime.
Terracord's the life-size one.
But yeah, Matt, that's a nice pair of statues there.
Uh-huh. Thank you. And I love how posable this is.
Exactly.
They're called sticky bones. For those who want to get some of their own. All right, moving on to the story.
Okay.
At which point, since my business is done here, I'm now heading back to the island.
Okay. Heading back to the island. He'll walk with you back to the island. He'll talk with you a little bit about just general things like, hey, do you have a horse? My horse's name is this. Like,
Amazing.
I when he asks about my horse, I get a very sad look, and I go, I suffered a head wound when I lost my horse, and I do not remember how I lost Shen.
he's like,
He
oh,
was
that's
a good horse.
That's tough. That's very tough. We should get you a new horse. We should fill that hole in your heart with new love. With new love.
Yes, you need a new horse.
Perhaps when I go to the Unicorn District, I will be able to get one then.
A proper unicorn
When you come to
steed.
Unicorn District, you come see me. We'll get you a nice horse. We'll get you out. I'll show you mine. I mean, my horse is amazing. You can give it a lick.
That's like- I didn't
I
know
made
if you
that
were going to
joke
go
before
that
you
And then you
far.
will understand that friendship is indeed magic.
Yes. But we'll
There's
get
also
you a new
the fact
horse.
he is a Shinjo, so him saying his horse is nice, I'm just like, I'm sure it is.
I don't think we're talking about horses anymore, guys.
Okay, I got some comments. From
I think
Fatcorn
we
here.
are.
The Curio Shop.
It twisted into Charlie the Unicorn for a moment.
The Curio Shop is set up kind of like an old school Spencer's. Tea sets up front, blacklight posters, and a dirty birthday cards in the back.
The anatomically correct
It
doll
looks all
in the back.
respectable up front, but then you go into the back, and that's where they have like the opium den decorations.
Bless
Hey
you,
man,
for the,
posters that
I
make
swear
you
I
think-
can see into the blackness. It's filled with
Bless-
shapes.
bless you for
Some
the girl with
paintings
brown
that
eyes.
look like, when you look at them, you go, I don't remember smoking opium, but I feel like I'm on it right now looking at that.
And the final comment, it's a blow-up doll. Yeah, the doll is a blow-up doll. Anyways, you make it back to the island while everybody is chilling out there.
Yep, we've just been having tea instead of seeing if we can figure out where the spiders are coming from.
Actually,
Yeah, I was really hoping we would get to that.
they're escorting a guy off the island, and he's kind of sailing away as you kind of row on up on your ferry with your guide. You kind of get off, and you meet the rest of them, and Matt, your character can be there too.
Okay. So let's see. I assume we're going to be going to the Unicorn District now.
And
Oh.
Matt, you would recognize that the box I am holding, because you were with me when I last held it.
Oh, the fancy tea set, huh?
No, I'm holding the doll.
Oh, the doll. Okay, gotcha.
I did not
He
steal
doesn't
the
need a
celestial
fancy
tea set.
No need to steal it. No.
That thing was 20 koku.
Wasn't it? So hold on. The doll was 20 koku.
No.
The tea set.
Oh, the tea set. Well,
In order for me to
I remember-
return with that tea set, I would have had to steal it.
sure. I could have sworn the tea set was around 10 koku, or
Maybe
like,
Still,
you showed your friend
either
your
way,
horse.
I was
And-
hyperbole because it was so far out of either of our price range that even if I had loaned you every koku I had, you still wouldn't have been able to get it.
yeah. Which is unfortunate. Too bad I don't have any skills in commerce.
I mean, you are a respectable samurai, right?
Of course.
I simply
That's why my
walked
work
up
should
to
be
Kuranagi
published.
and go, "You've been my friend for a very long time, so I got you a gift." And hold out the box.
Eric, I think he's talking to you.
Oh, me?
Yes,
I'll
you've
take
been
the
my
box.
friend for a long time, so I got you a gift.
Of course. Thank you. Wait, why did you get me a gift?
I saw it and immediately thought of you and knew you should have it.
Are you sure? I'm not used to getting gifts from people.
Open it and you will understand.
But isn't it kind of inappropriate to just take a gift and open it in front of everybody? You said it was personal. Perhaps it's best that you hold
If you
on.
wish to
it
wait and
in
open it
future.
later, that is your choice.
It's
I
not a
wasn't aware.
dildo.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that you and Youngso had
It's-
that kind of relationship.
It's a double-sided
But I-
dildo.
But I can tell you also, my old friend, that Doji Daisuke was with me when I first saw it, and he agreed that I should get it for you when I said that.
Now you're just making Kuranagi
Now
paranoid.
Kuranagi is questioning whether she should actually refuse the gift a third time. Not for protocol sense, but because Daisuke is probably planning some kind of
Punking
trap
her.
here.
Oh, like I need to do a sentiment check on this because like this sounds like a great
Because we've
opportunity
been friends
to
long enough.
gaslight Kuranagi.
She was
just
doing the
sleep
like
around for like no reason.
Seeing
she
the
was doing, like, the
hesitation,
propriety thing of like we're just declining twice to make sure that you're sincere in the gift giving, and then she was gonna take it, but now she's like, you can see in her eyes, she's like staring at
seeing the
Daisuke.
hesitation, and Youngso simply repeats what he last said of he agreed, putting emphasis on that part, so that you know it was all my idea.
It gives him a mischievous smile, wiggling his eyes.
It is
I'm rather curious
an-
to know what's inside the mystery box now. Are
it
you going
is
to
an
open it?
honor to know that you thought of me, Ire-san. I very much appreciate your candor and your generosity. She takes the box.
Then she's going to run away, hide it, never look at it again.
She just slides it into her into her obi. If you want to know, you'll have to come over to my room tonight.
You sleep in my bedroom. You can sleep in your room for days. That's my bedroom.
She looks perturbed and looks at Naurin, and Naurin can tell you weren't supposed to say that.
Like Dice
Well,
Game
I guess
continues
I'll
to
just
look
have
into
to
his
find
eyes
myself
just
another
to like
place.
poke fun at them during the
I
conversation.
really don't mind, and I do not understand what this is about.
Then I suppose you never will.
Are you going to help me or not?
Of
We got
course, of
delayed
course, of
earlier,
course, of
and I'm getting
course.
rather agitated.
Of course.
Let's go find out what's happening with the spiders.
Thank you. I woke up this morning with one on my face.
Oh,
Ooh.
you sure you didn't eat it? They say that you
Why
eat
would
a
she
lot of
eat it?
Well, because spiders, they crawl into your mouth when you sleep.
Where did
No
you
matter
hear
how many times
that?
you say that.
And sometimes into your ears. I knew an old man who had like a dozen spiders come out of his ear.
Yes, we met him. That was the Sage of Spiders.
Yeah, he was kind of gross.
That's not polite.
Well, I mean, he did have a ton of spiders coming out of his ears.
Can we go now, please?
I think the one that came out of his nostril was more disturbing.
I could not imagine how he wasn't sneezing. I was trying to understand it, but I was so far back because y'all wouldn't let me come forward that all I could see was the spiders exiting him.
That was his demand.
Well, whatever.
Kuranagi, please.
I mean, I'm just saying, y'all chose him over me.
I was dying at the time. I didn't have many options.
Okay, I forgive you. Let's go.
Okay.
Dice Game is like chuckling to himself, just thinking, "What is this exchange that I'm listening to right now?"
All right, ritual time. Let's do a ritual and summon some spiders. Where are you going to go to do the ritual?
Outside.
Outside, where the
Spiders
spiders
inside.
live.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna work. I
Is Bobo
guess
around?
void for stuff that's not
That's right.
elemental spirits.
Void for stuff that's not elemental spirits.
I do know how to participate in rituals if that's enough to give assistance. I also do know divination and speak with spirits.
You do.
Yeah, all you need is the ritual.
With spirits? Commune with spirits?
Whatever it's called. That ritual, that commune with spirits. If you have that
I
ritual,
do have that, so I can give assistance.
All right. Commune with spirits is usually a TN1, but you're trying to get spiders. So I'm going to increase that to a TN.
Yeah.
I'm going to increase the TN because this is
Fair.
You're not looking for anything general. You're looking for something very specific. So one, you're looking for a specific type of yokai, and you're also trying to find something that is specific to Narin's case. So I'm going to increase the TN by 2 to a TN3.
TN3 sounds
Hopefully
totally
all of
doable.
you can work together and help me get these spiders out of my hair, literally.
So I can give assistance on this since I also know the ritual.
Who wants to roll it?
I think Moshi Sora's best one for that.
Okay, then I'll
Could
also
be.
offer assistance. Yeah, I'll offer assistance as well.
Narum is there for moral support.
As is
Okay,
Dicey.
Commune with
And ask
spirits
questions.
is TN1, TN3 in this case, theology. Oh yeah, I'm definitely the pick for theology. Let's see. I don't get bonuses for bonus successes, but I do get extra stuff for opportunities. Wow, that is so opportune.
Wow.
You want to get yourself a cubic, a square foot of square cubic foot of spiders.
That sounds highly
Terrifying.
unpleasant.
The kami deliver a small amount of the element in question for you.
They deliver a small amount of spiders.
I think the spiritual knowledge aspect would probably be the one
Yes,
we're going for.
spiritual knowledge is going to be number one.
I have to say, I love the Pathfinder spell Vomit.
Vomit spiders.
Vomit spiders. It's so...
Talk about
that a pistol?
intimidation.
I know, like, the summon spell, the summon swarm spell is more powerful, but I'm always, like, vomiting. That's the one I want to do. I'm just like, take these centipedes and spiders. Like, oh, it's so fun.
You can actually use both together and have even more spiders. Like, do the vomit first, then summon another swarm of them.
Hey, what are you doing, man?
All right.
Summon spiders is not as cool as vomit spiders. Just cast vomit spiders twice. I just keep
If the spiders
vomiting
were
spiders.
cognizant of their existence, do you think that they would freak out for thinking, wait a minute, I was born by being puked out by another large creature. What the heck is this?
You know what? No, they don't, because I get to control them. After maybe they do see
They
me
just
as
come
their...
out and go, "Yep, do what Dad says. We
Do
came
it."
out of his mouth, and therefore we do what he says."
That's right. It's like
Summon sapient philosophizing spiders.
you learn dark magic, and then you barf up spiders, and you're like, "Is this my son?"
And the tarantula waves and then goes, "Life is suffering. Hell is other people."
Okay.
So you made your roll.
I did make my roll,
You got-
and I have so many opportunity.
got
I
way-
don't need them all for the commune with spirits spell.
Nope.
Let me see if there's another good use for them. Doot, doot, doot. Nope. Hmm. Wow, okay.
Thank you for the $5, Fat Corn. You have a good night, too. We'll see you next time.
And we're clear?
No, we're not clear.
Oh,
We
dear.
didn't find out what happened yet.
No, one of
Yeah.
our viewers left, but dropped $5 to say bye.
Okay. I was like, I just saw the time and I'm like, oh yeah, it's 11:30.
It is time for us to go, but I want to hear what Crystal wants to do with her.
Okay. There just aren't very many good uses for opportunity right now. So,
No.
you know what? Can I use Doom?
You can use Doom.
I'll use
How
Doom.
many opportunity are you
I
using?
will use my 3 opportunity that I don't need for this for Doom.
Sure, and that's the highest one on Void because you get a free opportunity for Doom on Void. A complication that is inconvenient. Something that lasts for maybe a round or an action or something. I'm just going to give you a little... that it doesn't have to last for a round or an action. It's just something that's inconvenient. So, this is what's going to happen to you. You step in Bobo's leavings. And you have a stinky smell on you until you change your shoes.
Ooh.
Doom. Gain a void point.
This is Doom, everybody. Get shit.
Okay. And so I'm going to use my 4th opportunity to get a second thing from Commune with Spirits.
Okay.
Number 1 obviously is going to be spiritual knowledge.
Yes.
So I am going to ask the spiders, what is their purpose in
Well, before you do that, just tell me what the other one is for.
Sense the Kami?
Sense the Kami. Yeah. Okay. This is what happens as the ritual comes to a crescendo. You sense the spiders. You reach out and feel like there are spiders being drawn to this town and to this island. You feel it. And then you look over at Saibon Shoki, and you feel an upwelling of these spider spirits as from below it, from its roots, crawling out of the snow and the dirt, like hundreds of spiders start clinging to the tree. And all of these spiders make like a mat over the tree, and then there are gaps in the spiders spelling out kanji. Hello. That's where we're gonna end the game.
Wow.
That's cool.
Neat.
I'm glad you did it outside so I could use Senpan Shoki for it.
That is wild.
And that tree would have definitely been a
concerned.
spiritual boost for what we were doing too. Just being what it is.
Okay. Everybody, 2 experience points. James, a little criticism. You should use your skills and abilities against somebody trying to horn in on you. You have dice. You can use them.
I know.
And if you had told him you were on a secret mission, he probably would have backed off.
There was a bunch of times you should have been like, sentiment check, sentiment check, sentiment check.
I don't think you should have even told him you were on a secret mission, because I think he's spying on you. So I don't think you want him to know anything about what you're doing or what you're up to. You should probably be using your skills to ditch him, considering you're a ninja.
Okay. Honor rewards.
Well, courtesy's the most important thing to a unicorn. And just like a ghost
Well, to
on
an
him.
EA, yeah.
For courtesy, Tarek, Sasha, Crystal, your character is going to get 3 points for courtesy.
Honor?
Honor, yes. For duty and loyalty, James, you're going to get a point.
What about for the courtesy I showed the lion as I passed them?
No.
Doesn't hurt to ask. I thought it might be worth a point.
For, let's see here. For righteousness, I'm going to give Matt a point.
Oh, honor?
Honor, yes,
Honor.
for righteousness.
All right, that brings him to 90.
You're wishing to publish that poem, but you thought better of it when you thought, hey, this might not be as righteous as I thought, and you're going to try to improve it. I think that deserves a little bit of righteousness honor.
Awesome.
Okay. Ide Youngso for Well, we'll see. We'll see about that for next time. Okay, I think that is everything.
On the bingo board, just for confirmation, when that guy offered, Naurin turned him down, that counts as Naurin turning down a sexy encounter?
Yes.
Dick.
I didn't turn anybody down. Who offered what?
Yeah,
dude,
what?
Any of you three ladies want to join me in bed
he
anytime?
absolutely did.
And you,
And nobody
you literally
took him
got
up
a
on that.
scowl and shook your head.
You did.
Wasn't that a metaphor? He wasn't being serious.
He was
offered
being
and you
Talking
turned
both.
it down.
getting a plan.
He was being both at the same time.
Okay.
He was seriously hitting on y'all, all
Looking
three
for
of
the-
you. And it's funny that y'all did not notice when he was like, "You can join me in bed anytime."
I was busy making a joke about Sora and Kuranagi wanting to get it on. I didn't give a shit.
Y'all are in your
I know
own
that-
little world. Didn't even think about this poor guy drinking tea and hitting on you, making jokes about it. He thought he was being like clever and charming in his like, hey, I'm in my I'm getting a little older. I gotta make my plays right now before
Before he
nobody
croaks.
before nobody wants me anymore because I'm old and gray.
At this point, I am now 2 away, and they both involve dice game.
You should keep those things to yourself.
I'm not saying what those 2 things are, but I will also say that more than half my board involves dice game.
Hey,
Like I'm ignoring my bingo card because none of them are being filled. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
hey, thank everybody for. I made the bingo card specifically for you, Matt, for another way to get rid of your disadvantage that you didn't want.
Mm.
That's
It's not gonna happen.
that's why I made the bingo board. Is like you can get rid of a disadvantage or get an advantage that you want.
I have one.
I have one as
Because
well.
we all did.
Oh yeah, that's right. That happened. Kuranagi gets very dirty. Check that off as he went through a dirty cave and then shoveled dirt.
Technically, all of us got dirty, okay?
That's right.
I know, we all did. I also got the thing for Naurin has a bath scene when we all specifically said we were gonna take a bath.
It says bath scene and not skinny dipping for you?
I do have another one that is skinny dipping as
They're
well.
two
But
different
we
things.
didn't even do a bath scene. How
But-
does that count?
The thing was that we had to specifically say we were taking a bath,
That's
and
right.
that's all.
That's all.
There didn't
That's
have to be
it?
anything else to it.
Yep.
Corey has been denying me on everything, and
I
that
have
gets
not.
me
I
so
have said yes to a lot of things. Only the last one I was like, no, that doesn't
Well,
count.
when we had the bath scene, I was
Now,
refused
we can get
so and so
No,
sees
that's-
someone's genitals because he meant for it to be like they really look.
Anyways, thank you for watching. If you hit the like button, hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you want to see more. That we got like stuff and things. Go roll some dice. Bye.